Welcome to day 19, a shorter class since we had a quiz at the start here. PPT3 is what we're going to be working on, and let me show you a few files you're going to be needing for PPT3 here. Over in the eLearn page, in the resources folder, you'll see several files in the under student data files, chapter 3 PowerPoint, so PowerPoint, chapter 3. There are several motorcycle files. We're going to start with that motorcycle PPTX. We're going to be bringing in, attaching some audio using that MP3 file. There's also a AVI file, the motorcycle, and I think there's a picture somewhere we're going to be using as well. Where's our little picture? There's going to be a little picture of a car somewhere. Yeah, this motorcycle PPTX, we're going to be using that. Okay. There's another file that I don't see yet that we're going to be editing. Maybe it's something we're going to get download from online. So you can open the PPTX file, open with PowerPoint, and that comes up. I'm going to enable editing, and before I do anything else, since this was a download, it's read-only, I need to first thing I need to do is do a save as, and I'm going to save it to my folders. And so this is going to be PPT, or your last name PPT3. You can leave motorcycle in there if you like. I'm adding a number to it because this is multiple versions, and now it is yours. Now we're going to edit it. And one of the first things we're going to do is on this page, rather than having a boring white background, we're going to add a lovely image background. And let me make sure I see how the book does this here. Let me bring up my little books page. And in the book, let me zip back to that page where we bring in that motorcycle rider on the very first page. We're going to be doing something with images, taking those apart. There's our picture we're going to be getting, and let's find out where they got that picture from. Highway motorcycle, that's the file we're looking for. Do we have highway motorcycle over there in the eLearn page? Let me put that, let's see if we have that. Do we have highway motorcycle? There it is. That's the picture that we want to bring in. I can, let me see if I can copy this. Let's do a, oh, I guess if I click on that, how about that? Copy image. See if I copy that image, what do I get? If I come back to here, if I do a paste, Control V, oh, I get a tiny little thing. So that's not going to work. How about I download that? Right click, save image as, and I'll put it in my same folder where my PowerPoint is. It's gonna, boy, it's got a crazy image names. I'm gonna change that name to highway motorcycle. Now I'll go back to PowerPoint and insert picture, and let's browse over to where I saved it and see if I find it there. There it is. Spelled it wrong. Oh, that's not the right picture. That's just the thumbnail. I gotta click on that one, save link as. Now I get the full picture, not just that thumbnail. Now come back to PowerPoint. This time do insert picture, and there we go. That's the full picture. I'm gonna delete the fuzzy thumbnail because that's not the image I want. I want the full picture. I'm going to put it up in the corner. See how it kind of snaps into the corner? I'm going to drag the other corner of it and drag it to the right. And we do want it to fill our image, and I'm going to give you the choice. You could stretch it out like this. It does modify the picture a little bit, makes the motorcycle look a little wider. You could stretch it that way, or keep the proportion and keep holding onto the corner and drag that until it snaps to the edge of the picture. Then you can adjust your picture up or down. It's hard to tell where it is on the slide though, because it's covering my entire slide. I'm going to zoom in on that, control and roll the mouse button. Now they later on put the picture behind the text. I'm going to do that right now. To me it's natural to do it right away. I'm going to, right up here, send backward, send to back. And I think I could do that right clicking as well. Right click I prefer, send to back. But it's also up there in the formatting. Now you can see where our text is going to be in front of that motorcyclist. We're going to come back to this later and adjust our text appearance and also adjust the coloring of the motorcycle picture. I'm going to go back and do it in the order in the book to not confuse you too much. So we resized it. There it's in the picture. It looks like they stretched it. I prefer keeping the proportion. Now we're going to adjust the color to it to make it look like an old-fashioned motorcycle picture. We're going to adjust the sepia color to it. So I still have the picture selected. Underneath color, come over to the, I have a temperature. I don't have the word sepia appearing underneath. Is that the sepia one? There's a sepia one. So the temperature is similar. Sepia is the one, and I'm going to let you choose temperature or sepia. And again, it will depend on your projector. Let's see if that looks better on the projector. I kind of like that one better on the projector myself. This one looks a little bit bluish on the projector. I'm going to go with this one for my projector. Although on my screen it looks orange, on the projector it looks more like in the book. Okay, so I've adjusted the color to that. Then we're going to skip down to the third slide, and we're going to put an artistic effect on that picture. So I jump to the third slide. It's got a decent looking, kind of an artsy picture, but they want to select that and add an artistic effect. And I'm going to let you, again, I'm going to let you choose your artistic effect. There are many cool ones. They do the paintbrush in the book, but you are welcome to choose your favorite. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. I'll let you choose your picture effect, as long as it's not the default. And in the book, they choose the paintbrush. Where's the paintbrush? There's the paintbrush that they choose in the book. To me, the paintbrush isn't a whole lot like the original picture. I can hardly tell a difference. There's picture, there's paintbrush. I kind of like these other effects. So go ahead and pick any other effect. I think I'm going to go with that plastic wrap. I think that's pretty cool looking. Now this is, we don't know if this is in front or behind any text. We'll come back to that. So we've inserted a picture, adjusted its color, applied artistic effect to that third slide. They changed the stacking order. They came back and did the stacking order, but I did this at first because to me it makes sense to do it right away. I want to see that text. Now we're coming back to that first slide, and we're going to adjust that watch for motorcyclist text. So I'll click back on the first slide. And you remember what I like? I like this text to be nice and large. I'm going to Control A it, and I'm going to Control Shift greater than, enlarge the size of it till it gets too big. I can also grab the edge of that placeholder and move it around. And I can also center the text in that. In the book, they ask you to center the text within the placeholder. Now it's still getting a little harder to read down below here. I'm going to move it up a little bit more into the sky, and I'm going to put this O of motorcycles right on the face of the motorcycle driver just for fun. I think that's kind of maybe draws attention to his face. You can delete placeholders. In the book they have you delete this other extra placeholder. It really doesn't need to be deleted because when I display the slide it's not going to show. But just to avoid confusion, if anyone's editing this, you can delete the placeholder. But it does not affect how it looks. Now it already has some built-in transitions for you. Question, Esther? Are you okay?
I just, I'm not feeling well. It's fine.
You're in the right place there. Motorcycle rider down in the M's.
Oh.
Yeah, and then just open that and then do save. You can do a save as now, or just open it in PowerPoint and from inside PowerPoint do a save as.
Okay.
And those other pictures are also there. You're gonna be not the AVI, the PPT one. There you go.
Oh wait, I'm really looking at that.
We're gonna be getting those other ones later for bringing in media into ours.
Oh.
So then go ahead and go back to that eLearn page and download the highway motorcycle picture. The highway motorcycle, right click on the word highway motorcycle and download that PNG image. No, we don't want to play. We want to download the PNG file. See that highway motorcycle PNG file? Right click save link as and then save it. And as long as you know where it is, then go insert image inside PowerPoint. Yep. There you go. And then resize it to fit your slide and then recolor it. So just grab a corner of it, pull it down, and apply the sepia color to it. And then also right-click, send it to the back. Might as well do that now so we see the text. Yep. There's the sepia color, any of those colors. And then, yeah, I did send back. Good. And then we're adjusting that text around. I'm going to let you adjust it however you like. I like it even bigger. I'm going to, here's what happens. With placeholders, if the placeholder isn't big enough and I Control A to select the text and enlarge it, it'll eventually make it wrap in the placeholder. If I don't want that to happen so soon, I can actually adjust the size of my placeholder and get the text to not wrap so soon. And I like nice big text, so I'm gonna keep it nice and big. Maybe just one size smaller. I'm gonna do a Control A in the text and Control Shift less than one time, just to make just slightly less than gigantic, so I can get that O around that guy's face again too. And then we applied an artistic effect to that last picture on the third slide. Select the picture and under artistic effects, pick any of those artistic effects. Okay, we got y'all caught up. Okay, now after we have that, we place it with the alignment of that text. They moved the placeholder around. They talked about placeholders in the book. You delete a placeholder. You can always come back and change the placeholder. They bop back and forth to slide sorter view right down here. Usually, to me, slide sorter view isn't very useful until I have lots of slides. 3 slides, to me, I can just as well treat this as my slide sorter view. But when you have huge number of slides, like 20 or 30, the slide sorter view is very useful, and I can zoom in and out on slide sorter view and drag my slides in different order. This is especially useful when I have like a words and lyrics for songs, a song selection. I can drag the songs if I'm changing the order of my songs, which typically have multiple slides. I can grab them all in slide sorter view. But with 3 slides, it's kind of useless to have slide sorter view. So back here then, after changing views, we're going to add, what are we adding? We're bringing in an illustration. Now this is one I could not find. Let's see if I can find this one. Do I already have an illustration? Let's see where we can find an illustration. We're going to get a picture. Do we already have that picture somewhere? Oh, there it is. They've already given us this picture. Good. We're going to move that picture down. And this is a very special kind of picture. we're going to zoom in on that and adjust the coloring on that picture. So I'm going to control, roll the mouse, and zoom into that cute little picture. Now this is a special kind. You can't do this on every picture. Only special ones. We're going to click on this and then right-click, ungroup it. Right-click, group, ungroup. And it gives us a little warning. It's converting it to a drawing object. We're going to click yes. And ungrouping it allows us to recolor parts of that picture. I can select a tire and go up here and change the shape fill to black and recolor parts of that picture. I can just change the shape fill just selecting the sidewalls of that picture, of that tire. So some of these images are a special kind of image. Remember, all you gotta do is right-click, ungroup the picture, and then you can work with different pieces of it. We also want to get rid of the background by clicking on that and deleting, clicking on that piece of it and deleting that, and clicking on the road piece and deleting that.
And the little pieces of the road.
I think they leave the pieces. If you'd like to get the pieces of the road out of there, you are welcome to. Because I kind of think they're, if you're going to get rid of the road, I'd get rid of those too. So you're welcome to modify it a little more. So pretty slick, but remember this will only work with a special kind of picture that has, it's a Windows meta file, they call it. You can't do this with normal JPEGs, is what you usually get off of websites. And then once you're done with that, you can then right-click. Oh, I want to right-click that one. I'm going to regroup it. Oh, it looks like I don't need to. Looks like it still groups together. So I'm happy with not having to ungroup it completely. So there's my little picture. Edited. And let's see, do they want to, we're going to copy that and bring it into another picture. Let's see, I'm going to look at the main, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I think it's kind of tiny. I'm going to enlarge it. I think it should be larger.
How do you select the whole thing?
Just go out to the outer edge of it, and it should let you select the whole thing.
And then group it?
Yeah, then regroup it if it wants to be regrouped. In the book, they actually ungroup it twice, but I found you really don't need to ungroup it twice. You can just ungroup it once, convert it to a drawing object, and it lets you, at that point, select little pieces of it.
Okay.
So
Okay, if you ungroup it twice, you can see everything.
Yeah. And it goes kind of crazy ungrouping it twice. So a student showed me this once that they ungrouped it once and they can still do what we want it to do. Less confusing without having all those gazillion little dots showing up. So I'm going to enlarge it a little bit here, put it down towards the bottom. And then let's go back and see what else they want to do with it. After we've ungrouped, see that in the book they ungrouped it twice. I found we really didn't have to. As long as you can select pieces of it, I prefer that. They adjusted it, deleting the road. Oh, actually they did delete the little stripes too. And then we placed it down there. We're going to copy that image and also put it on the main slide number 1. So I simply select it, Control C, or right click copy, come over to the first slide, and Control V, paste it. And we are done for today. Watching the clock. Don't want to get you guys late for chapel. So we'll save that for now. Control S. We'll come back later, review this part of modifying images, and then we're going to do some fun with animations, and then practice for the midterm coming up next Wednesday. So have a wonderful day.